Hello again, everyone. Yes, as you can probably guess by the pile of crap next to me, it's another collection video. I thought I'm doing a bit of game room management. I've built new desks and things. Although I only just built a new desk, I haven't done much else, but that doesn't matter. I'm moving the Gamecube games, so I thought while I've got them out, might as well show you what I've got. So yeah, a 2024 update. It's not a system I'm trying to go for the full set on, but if I find stuff and I haven't got it, I do add it to the collection. It's also been, I've just tapped that, so that's probably loud on the mic, but never mind. Yeah, it's a collection. If I find games for it, I pick them up if I haven't got them. There's a few big hitter ones I'd like to have, but to be honest with you, like everything, only if they're affordable. But yes, it's been ages before I had beer. So I have beer now, so it makes the video better. For me, anyway. These aren't in any order, but we'll just go through them, show you what I've got, and then I can put them in alphabetical order on the shelves, is the plan. So I will just grab chunks off of here and start going through it. As I said, these are in no order, no alphabetical order, nothing. As you can tell, with the first one we started with is Pikmin 2. There's noise out there, but I don't know what it was. You can probably hear rain and stuff in the background. We're getting pelted by Storm Burt, apparently it's called, isn't it? So, yeah, Pikmin 2. It's a little game where you move the Pikmin around and make them do stuff to, carry things back to your ship and things. I've played Pikmin 1. I've played Pikmin 3. I have not played Pikmin 2, so probably should. Up next is a game that I have beat on the... I found a random bit of paper there. Beat on the 360. I've never bothered to play the GameCube one. I imagine it's not much different, to be honest with you. It is Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. So, yeah. It's quite a weird game. You have no HUD or anything. I think it was one of the first-person shooters to have, no HUD. And you have to check your ammo by looking at your gun and stuff. And mostly you're throwing spears at stuff. But it was pretty good for what it was. Up next is actually one of the few, sports titles I really enjoy, which is the NHL Hits franchise, so NHL Hits 2003. This is just violent, smashing people through the glass, fist fights. These are great fun. They need to bring this series back. This was good. I don't even like hockey, and I really loved that. I spent so many hours as a kid playing that. Up next is Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door. Yeah, I beat this a couple of years ago. I've not bothered with the remake, because I've beat this one, but I'd like to pick the remake up. But yeah, it's actually just a really good, RPG. It's easy, so we'll go with that. It's easy. But yeah, the story in it actually just entertained me. I've heard a lot of people, though, playing the remake who didn't really get on with it for some reason. Some of these aren't in the greatest shape, but we've got NHL 2K3. A lot of these are picked up in charity shops, so they've all got stickers still on them. I really should clean them up. I've never played this one, so it's not going to be a scratch on hits, is it? Then we've got NBA Courtside 2002. Is that the guy who died? Or is it not? I don't know. Somebody died, didn't they? A basketball player. That might not be him. Was it him? Was it? I don't know. I don't follow basketball. That's probably just some dude that's still alive. No, my luck. Then we've got Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. This one's a bit strange. There's a strange subset on the GameCube that not many people ever talk about or go for on the on YouTube, to be honest with you. I know one other person that wants them, and I know he wants this off me at some point. It's the authorized for rental copies, which it says on the side. I don't know how many. I don't know if they're just on standard GameCube games or not, standard Nintendo ones. But there is a set which will say authorized for rental on the spine. Up next we have Mario Power Tennis. Yeah, it's just an arcade tennis game with Mario in it. Sadly not authorized for rental. Then we'll go with the Mario Party games. We've got Mario Party 5. Everyone knows what Mario Party is. Board game, mini games. Good fun. Started on the 64, didn't it? But Mario Party 4. There is another one, isn't there? Is it Mario Party 6? I don't know. Maybe it goes more than that. I don't know. Then we got Mario Smash Football. So yeah, arcade football, power-ups, all that kind of stuff. This is actually quite fun. I don't like football games either. Then we got Smash Brothers Melee. Yeah, Smash Brothers on the Gamecube. To be honest, after this one, I gave up playing them. But I enjoyed that one. Then we got Super Mario Sunshine. Yeah, I've never beat this. Like, not because it's too difficult, but I get lost and then I get bored. I should play it. I've got the remake, well, the 3D All-Stars, whatever it's called, it's on there. So I should go through it again. We've got Star Wars Rogue Leader, which is Rogue Squadron 2. Yeah, this is a really good game, actually. I don't like Star Wars either, and I'm saying it's a good game. It's more of like, on the N64 when they released the Shadows of the Empire game, the intro mission was like on the Battle of Hoth, and then they just spun it off into the like Rogue Squadron series with like Rogue Leader and all that kind of stuff. Then we've got Star Wars Rebel Strike Rogue Squadron 3. One of those has on-foot bits, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. Been years since I played them. Then we've got Star Wars Jedi Outcast. This is one I've never played. This years ago, I think this came out of one of my mystery boxes that I used to make the girlfriend make for me. And Star Wars Bounty Hunter. I think this probably came out of one as well. Again, never played this. But that rain's coming down. Hopefully it's not getting picked up too much and you won't... Actually, you probably don't want to hear my voice anyway. It's like nails on a chalkboard, isn't it? Right, then we got Star Fox Adventures. Yeah, it's like a Zelda-style game with Star Fox. It's actually really good. Again, never beat it. I probably should go back and do that one. Arguably, people's favourite in this series is SSX Tricky. Yeah, these were just over-the-top snowboarding games. These were great fun. They rebooted it on the 360 and I just couldn't get into it, but I should probably go back to it and give it another go. And we got Spider-Man. Again, these were quite good. This and Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 3, which came out on the 360, and I think on the PS2 and the Xbox. It might be on GameCube. I don't know. That was a letdown. Then you get Soul Calibur 2. Yes, the special character on the GameCube version is Link. So, it makes it the version everyone wants. Xbox got Spawn, and PlayStation got... Is that the one that got Darth Vader? I don't know. I can't remember. I know one of them did. In one of the Soul Caliburs, they got Kratos, I think. I don't know. Never quote me on anything I say. I'm an idiot. Right. Then we got Sonic Riders. So yeah, it's a Sonic racing game on these like hoverboards. They released a Kinect sequel to it. I think there was is there a Free Riders 2 as well? And then the third one was the Kinect one. I said don't quote me on anything. But this is better. You can use this with a controller. Apparently they've made a patch for the Kinect one, so you can use a controller, and it's pretty good. Then we've got The Sims. I actually enjoyed The Sims on the PC when it came out, but I always thought that the console versions they were just different, and it didn't work. Then we've got Simpsons Hit and Run. This is the one that's like a Grand Theft Auto clone, basically, if I remember rightly. I remember it being pretty good. I haven't played it in years, so again, I think that came out of a mystery box the girlfriend put together for me. It's mad when you think she used to do them for 50 quid, and like games you'd be pulling out of there now would be 50 quid. We've got Shrek Extra Large next. I think this is like a platformer. I think. I don't know. There is a Shrek beat 'em up, which is called, because I picked it up the other day, Shrek Super Slam. Is it like it might be like a Smash Brothers clone, I don't know. Then we've got Shrek 2, which again I think is more of a kind of platformer. For some reason I think is this a Spanish version? I don't know. Don't know why I've got that. I think it was a charity shop fine for £1. Then we've got Shark Tale. If I'm right, this kind of plays a little bit like Dreams, like Nights into Dreams, but bad. I can't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Let me know. I don't even know I had this. Shadow the Hedgehog. Don't know when I got this. I've never actually played Shadow the Hedgehog. All I knew was it was like Sonic with guns, basically, being a bit more edgy. He does a light swearing in it, doesn't he? This is a game that I played the hell out of when we were younger. Me and my mates were obsessed with trying to do this. I've got a friend who, like, his name's Alan. He has an unbelievable skill at pressing buttons fast, and he went so many rounds on this without getting knocked out. It was ridiculous. But yeah, Rocky, good game. The best way to play this game, Resident Evil 4 on the Gamecube. I don't know why. It's even better than, I prefer this to like the HD remasters and stuff. It just feels right on a Gamecube, but that's because it was originally designed for the Gamecube. Then we got Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. These are not like really updated or anything. I think they're more like the Dreamcast versions, but with like slightly higher res to them. But yeah, it's just Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Good game still. I remember picking this up off Facebook. I can't remember how much I paid for it. It's stuck to the one underneath it. We have WarioWare Inc. It's the Mega Party game, it says. Yeah, it's like the WarioWare games where it's like little mini games. And this one, it's always bugged me, but I bought this as Game Station was closing down. I think I paid like something stupid, like 50p for it. It's Wario World, but it's really tatty. I need to get a new box for it. It was quite water damaged and things, but for the price, why not? It is complete. I just need to replace the outer box. It did come in a gold box though, which everyone said that it's supposed to come in a black one. So have they just stuck this in a Zelda one, or was there a point that this came in a gold box? I've just always known it in a gold box. Ones that I just get, these were charity fines for like pence. We've got Tiger Woods, PGA Tour 05 and 04 and 03. I'm not a big fan of golf, so I won't play in them. Somebody once paid $9.97 for that. Rip off. Yeah, I did play this. I wasn't overly keen on it, but I haven't been overly keen on any of like the main games with Wolverine as the main character. It's Wolverine's Revenge, X-Men 2. It is worse than the one on the 360, which is was it X-Men Origins Wolverine, something like that. Again, this is still pretty good. Not as good as the original on the 64, but still worth playing, and I think pretty cheap still. It's Wave Race Blue Storm. So yeah, I'm rattling through these quick. I just thought, as I've got them out, we'll go through them. Then we've got 13. Yes, I beat the remake of this not long ago, which was apparently really bad, but by the time I played it, they basically remade it again, I think, and did it as a patch. But yeah, it's just a cel-shaded kind of like espionage-y spy kind of game. It's actually really good. Then we have Worms 3D. It was Worms and it went into 3D, so it wasn't that good, to be honest with you. I played this after playing like all the N64 games, like WrestleMania 2000, No Mercy, WCW games, and I had high hopes for this, but it wasn't that good. It's WrestleMania, whatever that is. Is it 18? I don't know. I don't know Roman numerals. Was that 10 and 8? So it's got 18 in it. God knows. I have way more GameCube games than I thought. I genuinely thought this was going to be like a 30 game thing, but I just started pulling them off shelves and they kept going. Up next we have Resident Evil 2. Again, yeah, Resident Evil 2. It's I'm pretty sure it's the Dreamcast version on these discs. And the original Resident Evil that got remade, or the remake, it's still the best like Resident Evil remake in my eyes. As good as the new ones are, they don't feel like the same games to me. This felt like the same game, just better. So yeah, I highly recommend that. And again, I'd rather play it on the GameCube for some reason than any of the updated versions. Same with Resident Evil 0. I really enjoyed this. A lot of people didn't like it. It was originally going to be an N64 game, but it got shelved. I think you can get ROMs of the N64 one, which aren't finished. But yeah, it's got a weird thing. It does away with the item boxes, and you play as two characters at once, which makes it a bit frustrating because if you lose items, you have to go find where you've left them and stuff. But I remember it being good. I did enjoy it. It's like I always remember a scorpion on the train at the beginning. It's probably because I've started it so many times and only ever finished it a few times. Based off of a movie, we've got Reign of Fire. I have never played this. No idea. I bought this in the charity shop for like 50p. It was in their DVD section. This is one that I've started playing recently, well not even recently, ages ago on the 360, the HD remaster of it, which is Rayman 3. It's more 3D Rayman. It's pretty good. Then we've got Puyo Pop Fever. I've actually not played this, but I do really like Puyo Pop. Well, Puyo. I'm guessing it plays just like more Puyo Puyo. Then a pretty big hitter, we've got Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I've started this, but I've not finished it. It's not like a full-fledged Pokemon game, it's more like an RPG set in the Pokemon world. So you have to, like, take the shadow out of the hearts of Pokemon or something. It's really bizarre, but it's pretty good. Then we have another big hitter, we have Pokemon Box. This is literally just a storage system for Pokemon, so you could transfer them between games. The American version of this is insane money. This is, I think, 3 figures now, I think. I don't know. This is one I played not long ago for one of my New Year, New Game things. It is Zapper, One Wicked Cricket. This is actually quite alright. It was going to start life as a Frogger game, but then it became, like, they lost the license and it became Zapper. Basically, it's a grid-based Frogger platformer, level-based game. Kind of like the same as, I don't know if it's the same as Frogger Beyond on that, I can't remember. I don't know. I don't have Frogger Beyond because it's really expensive for the GameCube. Then we got another one that I played during my New Year, New Game, which is Product Number 3. Yes, this is one of the Capcom, was it 5 they were supposed to do? And did they release 5 games? I don't think they did. Which was like their exclusivity with Nintendo when the GameCube came out. This is alright. It's a bit janky. It's like a acrobatic kind of robot thing where you jump around action style and shoot stuff, but it's got that kind of you have to stay still to fire. I actually quite enjoyed it. It's quite short. I'm right near the end of it and I haven't finished it. I probably should finish that off. I'll get through this stack, then I'm going to have to jump cut and move this lot. One that I bought the other day, which I haven't had yet time to play, was Killer 7. It's, yeah, a like cel-shaded first-person on-rails shooter, from what I remember. Not a game, but it's useful. It's freeloader. This lets you play games from all around the world on your GameCube or your Wii. I have a feeling it might only work on certain Wii consoles, though. We've got WWE Day of Reckoning 2. I picked up this case in a charity shop for like 50p. It's case and manual for 50p. And then I could not find a disc for it forever. Then one popped up on eBay for like 10 quid or something, so I finally got a full copy of that. Haven't played it yet. We have Cell Damage. It's a vehicle combat game with a cel-shaded look to it. Yeah, imagine a more cartoony Twisted Metal, basically. Or Vigilante 8. Then we have, I'm finding crap in between these games. We have Digimon Rumble Arena 2. I think it's just a Digimon fighting game. I've never actually played it. The girlfriend got me this for Christmas one year, I think. I haven't got that far yet, though. Then we have Die Hard Vendetta. It's a bad first-person shooter. All I remember was pushing people through glass in it. That's the only thing that comes to mind about that. Then we have Eternal Darkness, one of the best games on the GameCube. It is a survival horror game set over like multiple time periods and different characters. I'd highly recommend playing this. Then we have Crash Nitro Kart with a CX sticker on it. I need to take that off. It's just more like Crash Team Racing. Not as good as the original Crash Team Racing, though. Then we have Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. This came from a car boot not long ago. It's not in the best shape. It's a bit crinkly. But I remember it. I've got the Xbox 360 digital version of the DX one because I beat it on the Dreamcast originally, did it 100%. So I don't actually know what the extra content is for the DX, but I do think I should go through it. Then we have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Again, got a CEX sticker on it. I need to take that off. This is a charity find as well. It is The Incredibles. Slightly some faded spine on this one, but again, I think it was like £1. And then this was also a charity. This was also a car boot find not long ago, I think. The Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I've actually never played Sonic Adventure 2, I don't think. I really should play it. But I'm going to move this stuff and be back in a minute. Okay, let's continue. We'll go with the only Japanese game I have on the GameCube, which I couldn't tell you what it's called. It's one of those weird little baseball games, missing the slip that goes around it. I've been trying to find a slip for it for a very long time. Can you find just the slip? No. Okay, up next we have Geist. This is a first-person shooter where you play as a ghost and you can like take over people's bodies and make them do stuff, and it helps you do like puzzles and stuff. It's pretty good. It does get a little confusing at times though. We have Super Monkey Ball. Yeah, you roll a monkey round on a little course. It's good fun. I bought that because I did a high score challenge that was set by Scott Marathon Gaming, so I needed a copy of Monkey Ball. Then we have Future Tactics. I think it is like just a tactics like war game. I've never played this one. I think that was a charity find as well. Let's just grab a handful, it's easier. We have Freak Style. Again, this is in the like EA big thing, so imagine SSX but on like motocross bikes. I remember the controls on this one not being great, but it's alright. Then we have Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. It's a weird game. This was basically supposed to be played like hooking Game Boy Advances up to it and stuff, and you, to be honest, to set it all up you needed a lot of Game Boy Advances, a lot of link cables. But yeah, it's been remastered, and I think again it still didn't have online or something, so it was difficult to play. I don't know. Then we have F-Zero GX, which is a... Is this the last one in the F-Zero series, technically, apart from F-Zero 99 or whatever it was? Yeah, just really fast, futuristic racing. Very good game. Incredibly hard, though. Then we have Egomania. This is like a... I think it's a match 3 kind of puzzle game, if I remember rightly. Bit like Columns, Tetris-y kind of thing. Maybe a Puyo Puyo-y, I can't remember. I did play through it. Then we have Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. I have a lot of these Dragon Ball Z like Budokai games. I've never played any of them. I think they're fighters. No idea. Not really a fan of Dragon Ball Z. Then we have Doshin the Giant. This is a weird kind of god game. It was either supposed to come out on the 64DD or it did come out on the 64DD and then came out on the GameCube. Yeah, you play as a big dinosaur. No, not dinosaur, big giant. And you like shape the world around you to help like, yeah, little people, I think. It's really weird. It's one of my few games on the GameCube that doesn't have a manual. I want a manual for it. Can you find a manual for Doshin the Giant? No. I want one. Then we have, we got Donkey Konga 2. The Donkey Konga games are like a reskin of Taiko no Tatsujin? Taiko no Tatsujin? That's it, Taiko no Tatsujin. Which is like a drum game, but you play it with bongos instead. And there's Donkey Konga 1. Then we have Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer. It's in the same like series as like the Tony Hawk's games. They kind of had like spin-offs of this and Matt Hoffman's and different extreme sports. They all kind of play the same. They've all got the same kind of control scheme, but I remember this one being really bizarre to play and not really getting on with it. Then we have 007 Nightfire. Yeah, just a first-person James Bond game, if I remember rightly. It was alright. One of the James Bond ones, it might be that one, or was it Agent and the Fight? People really like it, but to be honest, after GoldenEye, I wasn't really a fan of most of them until Quantum of Solace, which I enjoyed. Then we got Big Air Freestyle. Again, more like motocross kind of game. Absolutely coated in stickers. I need to get Mr. Sheen on that one. I remember trying to get that off and it wouldn't come off. The disc as well was really ruined. It came from CEX. and they wouldn't take it back because they thought I'd switched the disc or something, but no, I've just ended up with it. But it works, so. Then we've got a really good shooter on the GameCube. We've got Ikaruga. I have a feeling did this start as a Dreamcast game and an arcade game? It's like a shmup where it's got like a kind of colour changing mechanic. So if you change yourself to white, you can absorb white bullets, then fire them back. If you're red, you can change red. So basically you have to keep swapping between the colours to dodge through stuff. Very difficult. Have beat that one. I haven't got the achievements on the 360 version of it though. Then we have Ice Age 2, The Meltdown. I've never played this. Again, I think it was a charity find. Don't ever miss the days you can find GameCube in a charity shop. Then we have Incredible Hulk, or just Hulk. Again, never played that one. And I haven't played this one either. It's the Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. I guess it's just Quidditch. This also was a charity find, but I think I paid about £10 for it. It's the Player's Choice version of Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. Somebody today actually offered to sell me a copy of Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. I should have asked whether it wasn't the Player's Choice one, shouldn't I? Then we got GoldenEye Rogue Agent. I've not played this one. Or James Bond. Another one I've never played. I think this was really cheap in CEX years ago. It's Gladius. Yeah, so I guess it's some kind of Roman game. I guess. Then we have Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. Yeah, tactical first-person shootery games. Maybe this one isn't first-person. I think they are. I think they're all first-person. I think. Let's have a swig of some beer. Can have a stack. So we have Mario Kart Double Dash next. This used to be full of extra discs of Mario Kart Double Dash. But I'm down to one now. I sold all the other ones off. There he is now. Matt Hoffman. There you go. Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. It's like Tony Hawk's, but on a BMX. My first exposure to this was playing Tony Hawk's 2, I think, on the Dreamcast. There was a demo of it on there, of the first game. And the Dreamcast one never came out in the UK. So I ended up with a dodgy copy of it as a kid. And I've always wanted to pick up an actual copy of Matt Hoffman's one on the Dreamcast because of it. But yeah, I enjoyed the first one. Haven't really put much time into the second one. Then we have Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. To be honest, I've never played Prime 2. So, can't tell you much about that one. But I have played Metroid Prime. I never beat it. I've got the remaster of it, so I want to go through that and give it a proper go. And try and beat it. This is probably one of my better charity finds ever. This was lovely condition when I picked it up. It's Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes. I can't remember how much this cost. It was quite pricey for a charity shop at the time I picked it up. It was like 20 quid or something, I think. But yeah. Lovely game. No, I didn't. I got this one off of a friend, and I picked up the other copy of it for a friend. This one was I got off a mate. We've got Monopoly Party. Again, found in the charity shop. Quid or so. MX Superfly. Featuring Ricky Carmichael, is that? Played a game the other day featuring Ricky Carmichael for Retro Red Steve's PS1 Racer Challenge. Then we have Luigi's Mansion. For years I had the Player's Choice one, which I have upgraded to the Black Label one. I've never finished Luigi's Mansion. It's a very short game and I've never finished it. I've played Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3. I haven't finished them either. 3 I'm close to the end of. I really should go back and finish them. Then we've got Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. A lot of people like these games. They're alright. I'm not a big fan of Lord of the Rings, so they didn't really do much for me. I think I spent more time playing Two Towers, though. Then we've got Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. This reminds me of, I've got like GameCube consoles I could have showed off as well. I've got the Zelda silver console boxed over there. I've got a unboxed indigo and an unboxed black GameCube as well. And we have one that I don't really know what this is, and I don't think you see it around all that much, but I don't think it's expensive. It is Knights of the Temple Infernal Crusade. I've never played it. I don't even know where I got it from. This one is a, like, remake of an old series. It's Defender. It's just like 3D Defender. So, flying around, saving dudes, that kind of thing. This is a game I've owned on so many consoles, and I don't think I've ever played it. I bought it when it first came out, and I still don't think I played it. I need to go through it and give this a go. It is Turok Evolution. First-person shooter shooting dinosaurs. I don't know why I've never played it. This came out of... rain's getting real bad now. This came out of a mystery box that the girlfriend did. It was Bloody Roar Primal Fury. I remember her picking this up. I thought it was more expensive than it was. It was like a £5 game when she put it in there, I think. Yeah, it's a one-on-one fighter where you can turn into monsters. Well, each character's got like an animal they can turn into. It's a pretty good series, to be honest with you. This is one I got off Big Game Owl because I'd never seen it and I didn't have a clue what it was, but I like racing games. It's just Pro Rally. Guess it's just a rally game. Never given it a shot. Then we've got Bomberman Generation. It is just like more kind of top-down Bomberman, if I remember rightly. I'm not a big fan of Bomberman, but it's pretty fun. Then we have Lego Bionicle. I don't think this is the same as the one that came out on the 360. I think it's different. I swear that's got a different title. But it might be the same game, different cover. You never know. And there's this is Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. This is a platformer, like a 2D platformer. You play with the Donkey Konga bongos. It surprisingly works pretty well. it's a pretty good game. I enjoyed it. And the last lot, we have Def Jam Vendetta. This was given to me by my girlfriend. She had this as a kid. Bizarre game for her to have. The only thing she kept from her GameCube collection, I think, was this and a GameCube. So maybe it's pretty good. I've never played them. I've heard good things about the Def Jam games. I've got both of them. Well, and I think I've got the 360 ones. I've never played them. We got Conflict Desert Storm. I remember playing this. It's a tactical war shooter. Not my kind of thing. Then we have Dancing Stage Mario Mix. I do have the dance mat for this. I've never played it with the dance mat. I am dreadful at dance mats. My fat ass shakes everything around the room. So, yeah, it's just like... It's like DDR, isn't it? But with Mario. As you do. Then we got Pokemon Colosseum. Again, this is the one that came before Gale of Darkness. It's, yeah, another more like RPG set in Pokemon. Even though Pokemon is an RPG, but, you know, like a more story-focused, like, not as many Pokemon, that kind of thing. So, like a contained story. That's what I'm trying to get at, a contained story. Then we have The Hobbit, which I'm pretty sure is a Zelda clone. And not too bad, but I've never given it a chance. I was going to play this 1 year for my New Year, New Game thing, but I forgot. I couldn't find it, but it's there now. Then we have Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. I did play this in my New Year, New Game. It's like a platformer where you push a big egg around. It's actually really quite fun. Then we have Beyblade V-Force. No idea, but I guess it's banging spinning tops into each other, like Dreidel Wars or something. Then we got Battalion Wars. I don't know if this is in the same series as Advance Wars or not. I've actually never played it. Advance Wars is pretty good though. Then we have one that you can't stream on Twitch. It's BMX XXX. Even though if you want to see the nudity in this, you've got to put in some work to see it. And I don't know why you'd bother. But yeah, this is basically... I'm pretty sure it was a sequel to Dave Mirra's Freestyle BMX. And they were going to have his name on it as well, but he refused because he didn't want anything to do with some kind of weird porn game on the GameCube. The GameCube is actually uncensored. The Xbox is uncensored. The PS2 version is censored. Then we have Ace Golf. I think this is just like a party kind of golf game, a bit like Hot Shots Golf. There you go, one per video. Drop someone every time. And then we go with not even a game. It is the Action Replay Cheat System. Which is all in there. I was wondering why it felt fat. There's a bit that you plug in there. So, yes, that is the entire GameCube collection. I thought I might as well do it while they're out. I'm about to now fill them up into shelves in alphabetical order, how they should be, and go to bed. So, have fun, people. I'm buggering off now. Tell me if there's any games I need to add to the collection. If there's any GameCube game that is like a must-have, or if I got pretty much what you should, if that makes sense. I know there's some big hitters, but a lot of them aren't the greatest of games, are they? Like, Gadget Racers is not worth 600 quid or whatever it is. So, yeah, gonna bugger off. Have fun.